Hi guys, I'm going to be making my top 10 favorite plants of 2025. These are also in no particular order. So first up, it was hard to narrow it down to only 10. So I think I'm going to be doing a separate video of my favorite Hoya of 2025. But I try to not make it all Hoya, but first up is Hoya indowensis. I have a few pots of these. This one has been on my wish list for a long time, probably all of 2025, and I finally got it near the end. So far, it's not been fussy for me. It has been pushing out new growth. The only thing I will say about this is I do not think that it likes a repot like most Hoya, but this one in particular, I repotted one of the pots that I got and it was not happy with me. But the other ones that I have are thriving and pushing out new growth. And I think it is such a cute, I love little small, just weird shaped Hoya. I just love a weird shaped Hoya. It is just so funky and cool. Ignore the cat hair. But yeah, I'm thinking about trellising one and then keeping one trailing. There's a lot of cosmetic damage from when I bought it, but that is okay. I just cannot wait until this is long and trailing. I feel like it's going to be so pretty. My heat just kicked on, so I will speak a little louder. Next up is Rhipsalis, Capelliformis, or Campos Sportuanum. I won't know until it blooms, but I'm pretty sure it is the Capelliformis. But this one is a monster. It is so weird. I just love Rhipsalis, and this one is just so, I don't know. I love a grassy looking plant. It's in this cute basket. Kind of like a off-brand linearis. It is in my little window area over here, and the care for this is very easy. They don't like long periods of not being watered, but I also feel like they like to be watered frequently, so I'm still trying to nail it down. But it was a small basket when I got it, so I think I'm doing pretty good. I want to add more Rhipsalis to my collection. I have a few, but there are ones that I want. But this one has definitely been a favorite in 2025 of mine. I just adore it. It is so beautiful. Like, come on. How could you not? Okay, next up is another Hoya. Hoya Pandorata Super Silver. It has recently been putting out non-splashy leaves with the colder weather. It was fully silver before. Once it gets a little longer, I am going to chop it back to where it was fully silver, and then I guess I'll just have Pandorata splash. But this one has been very easy care. It's pushing out two, you see that? 2 new growth points. Wait, 3. And it has like little peduncles on every single one. I don't know if this is just one of those plants that, you know, puts out peduncles and never actually puts out flowers. But this one has been very easy to care for. Like, I expected it to be harder than it was, but it grows very, very fast. Yeah, and just puts out these beautiful all silver leaves. I kind of like that I'm gonna have a splashy one too. I need to get a longer trellis, obviously. But yeah, that is Hoya. Pandorata was super silver, but it's fine. Next up is my Monstera dubia. This one's gonna be so hard to show. It needs to be chopped, or I need a longer cedar plank, but can see the new growth coming in. This used to be just kind of like, I kind of took care of it and it thrived, but I've recently been really loving it this year. I have chopped and propagated this. I've chopped and propagated this so many times, and it is so easy to propagate. It is literally so tall. Fit check. Look at my cute new boots. Okay, anyways. Yeah, Monstera dubia. If you don't have one in your collection, I highly recommend it. It's super easy to care for, like I feel like any other Monstera. Honestly, I feel like this might be easier than most Monsteras. I feel like it can handle over and underwatering, and it's just so unique. Like, this is like, I feel like I get questions when people come over about this plant, like, what is that growing upright like that? I would like to find a different way to grow it, like not a moss pole, but just maybe a skinnier cedar plank or something. But yeah, I love shingling plants, and I love the Monstera dubia and the silvery leaves. So this has made it on my 2025 favorites. It is so heavy. Here's a better overview of her. She's putting out new growth right here and here. And these, when they get to maturity, look nothing like this. It's actually crazy. When they get to maturity, they start to fenestrate and lose all this silver coloration. Probably gonna propagate this one. But yeah, super easy going, super easy to propagate as well. And just like very unique, I don't know. Really love this one. This is actually some propagations I have of this plant, going absolutely nuts in this cloche. Those need potted up immediately. That looks ridiculous. Okay, next we have my epiphyllum fern leaf cactus. I've wanted this epiphyllum for so long, and I randomly found one straggler one day, and look at the new growth it has put out. This is also just all of these are just weird and funky. I love this. It's super easy to care for. I usually let it dry out for the most part, like 80%, and then water. And it's super easy to propagate too, like really easy. You can put it in water, or I've done perlite. So fern leaf cactus. I don't know the scientific name for this one. I know it's commonly called fern leaf or shark fin, right? But it is an epiphyllum cacti, which I love my epiphytes, as you know. Okay, this one's really exciting for me because, as you know, I had to completely behead this and restart it. My favorite plant in my collection. Sorry about all the animals, you guys know. And it is my Hoya linearis that actually has a bloom. Can you believe it? And it has completely, that explains all the strawberry clips, but it has completely rooted back. And I will make a video on how I accomplished rooting back such long cuttings. It's actually exciting. The company that I use, the product that helped me do this, is going to give me a partnership. So that's super exciting. But of course, Hoya linearis had to make the list. And she's happy and healthy and back in business. I adore this plant. Love it with all my heart. Next will have to be my Pinguiculas. This is one of the pingdoms I have. I have a few others right now. This one is currently my favorite. These I was scared to get, but they have been very, very easy for me. As far as like carnivorous plants go, these are very easy care. They look like little succulents. They are so adorable. They're very easy to propagate. You just propagate from leaf pullings. And other than that, you just keep them in inorganic soil and water them with distilled or rainwater. I feel like that might be the hardest part, is always I collect rainwater a lot, but other than that, they are super easy, super cute, and super fun. I also just love how you can make cool little pingdums with them. Like, I thrifted this like plate. Yeah, just super cute and fun. Here's another little propagation I have. And this is my other pingdom in my grow cabinet. They're just so cool and come in so many cool different colors. I would love to get more varieties in 2026. All right, next we have my Philodendron Adabapawense, which is taking up a lot of real estate in my house right now. But I have grown to love it. It's super easy care, very similar to the billietiae. Yeah, this thing is just massive. It is like, and the undersides I really love that they're this dark maroon, and then the new leaves come out more silver than green than the billietiae. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this one. I don't know if I need to give it a pull or not. Like, she's a stripper. Yeah, I don't know if I should even go down that journey or just chop when she gets a little bit out of hand. But for now, I'm loving her. I think philodendrons like this, when you have them in your house, are such a statement piece. They just look, I don't know, like you're a botanical goddess. They make your house I feel like they just make your house there's the heat again. I feel like they just make your house a little bit like a step up from like a trailing pothos, having like a monster like this in the corner. She is very large and in charge. I think that's why I stray away from a philodendron, except for a certain few, but I've really been just enjoying this one. My animals are like on 10 right now. I don't know, they like all have the zoomies or something. I'm sorry about that. I feel like I couldn't not mention this one because this one actually got me into ferns, and it is the rabbit foot fern. I was not a fern girly at first until I got the rabbit foot fern. Look how weird that is. I love it. That is just so, that's so unusual and freaky and creepy and crawly, and I love it. It has been so easy to care for, like Hoya level easy to care for, and it was super small when I first got it. And since I got this fern, I have gotten the curly ruffle fern. I've tried maidenhair fern 3 times now. Bird's nest fern. Usually the epiphytic fern work out for me, like so. I have this one with this little self-watering, and I just fill up the reservoir like every couple days. It can do an unwatering or an overwatering. It is so easy. And I put it in it's in a cache pot, but I put it in the terracotta pot because when it leaches out, I feel like the fronds creep down, and I love it. So yeah, rabbit foot fern had to be put on the list for getting me into the fern world. Do you hear the cats? They have the zoomies every time I start recording. She lives here. She gets half natural light and half I have barinas under here. Also, that's about to bloom, so that's exciting. But yeah, she's been super easy. going. And I love her. I have had a love-hate relationship with this plant, but this year it has been more love because I figured out how to grow it upright. The Philodendron billietiae. So I have her beside my IKEA Millsbow tall, so the light is coming straight down, so her leaves aren't facing the ground or straight up. They are actually all facing the same way, which I've never had that happen with this one before. So I feel like I had to add it to the list because I kind of fell out of love with it, and I feel like I am back in love with it. And it has the orange petioles. I need to get another bamboo stick that's longer, but the leaves are massive. This one takes up, I feel like, less real estate than my Atabapoense, but she's still pretty big. The camera is like... This is probably the easiest philodendron I've ever cared for in my entire life. Like, underwater it does not care at all. And these lance leaves, yeah, I'm just happy that I fell back in love with the billietiae because I feel like it's another like statement philodendron to have in your collection. I might chop it and make the pot a little more full because it's looking a little sparse. Okay, it's supposed to be top 10, but I have 2 honorable mentions because it was really hard to narrow down just 10. This is my Stapelia Red Dragon. This is the ultimate weirdo plant. I feel like in my collection it has carrion scented flowers, which means like flowers that smell like rot. The red dragon doesn't have it as much as like the grandiflora. The flowers are also beautiful on Inia, Stapelia, or Hernia, or Orbia. Those are all in the same family. They are carrion scented succulents. So its pollinators are flies and maggots. Not when they're inside though, but the blooms are absolutely breathtaking. Like, not the scent, but like beauty wise, they're so pretty. They have, this one in particular has red velvet blooms. And then I just love how it looks like a trailing cactus. And this is so easy to care for. You just let this thing dry out as much as you can, like all the way 100%, and then water it. You're good to go. And my other honorable mention is my Hoya elliptica. I love the leaves on this one. It is one of my favorite Hoya. She's been a little fussy recently. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she deserves to be on the list because all 2025 she has done well and has been one of my favorites. I just love it so much. The turtle shell leaves are so cute. It's adorable. It's so darling. And I would add care tips, but as I just said, she's been a little fussy with me recently, so I need to figure her out a little bit better before I can advise any care. But nonetheless, she is stunning and beautiful. That is the end of my top 10 favorite plants of 2025. There are a lot more that I wanted to add to the list. I kept having to narrow it down, but those are ones that definitely like stuck out to me this year. I had to take off a lot of Hoya that stuck out to me because I feel like I should just make a whole separate Hoya video because there's just too many. But yeah, thank you for watching and bye. So awkward every time.